Remember back to Gran Turismo or Need for Speed, all those games that you played on the computer as a kid. And normally you would have one go-to car, and typically it would be something Italian, like a Lamborghini. Well, today I'm going from the virtual space out to reality in a real-life Lamborghini, and I'm interested to see whether the two are anything alike. There is nothing artificial about this Lamborghini. Officially known as the Huracan LP580-2, it is the entry model to the Italian range, and touted as a pure driver's car, sending drive to the rear wheels only. At its heart is a 5.2 litre V10 engine that makes a mesmerising 426 kilowatts of power and 540 newton metres of torque. Now, along with all that power, this particular rear-wheel drive Huracan comes attached with a $380,000 price tag. Now, on top of that, this particular car only has 500 kilometres on the odometer and has a $7,500 insurance excess. So it's not as though I can just press the restart button as you would in a game. That's before you consider the Huracan's lengthy options, like its $6,500 paint job, $10,000 transparent engine cover, or its reversing camera, which will set you back a cool $5,700. It means the car we're driving amounts to a hefty $434,000 plus on road costs. Needless to say, much more than a PlayStation game. But there'd be absolutely no point driving a car like this if you can't at least enjoy it. So here we are on a twisty bit of road outside the city to have a little bit of fun. There is just one more thing to consider before we really rip into Lambo's latest model: speed limits. Most Australian states have a strict speed ceiling of 110 kilometres an hour. So I'm just doing the maths here. 0 to 100 in this particular Huracan takes 3.4 seconds. So what that really means is that I could lose my licence in just 3.6 seconds. Yeah. Yes, the rear drive Huracan really is a race car for the road. With 33 kilograms less weight over the nose compared with the all-wheel drive model, it feels sharper and more drivable than before. More than anything though, it is clinically fast. Even so, the Huracan is an absolute hoot to drive. Yes, a track would be nice, but you're paying hundreds if not thousands of dollars for the privilege. And then you're going to be swapping over these $500 Pirelli tyres way more frequently than you'd probably like to. It's a very engaging machine on a public road. The turn-in response is almost telepathic, it's just so quick. Then there's that engine note. It is classic V10. Now, while we're on public roads, it isn't all that hard to elicit a little bit of wheel spin from the Huracan. But why don't we cut to the track level for that exercise? It's at this point you remember the Lamborghini's exorbitant price tag and all the things that could happen should something slip up. Unfortunately, it's the sad reality. The Huracan's cockpit also feels like something out of the virtual world, with a crisp digital instrument cluster that is borrowed straight from parent company Audi's parts bin. There's also these really nice low-slung bucket seats. You feel like you're sitting right inside the Huracan rather than on top of it. And surprisingly for a supercar, there's decent vision front and rear. Okay, so you start to get the feeling that being behind the wheel of this thing out on the road is completely different to the virtual space. It's costly, nerve-wracking, and I've got to be honest, a little bit intimidating as well. But nothing compares to the feeling of driving a real V10 powered supercar.
That's your best lap. You've won the race.